Hello everyone, welcome back. It's me, yours JP. I hope you guys are doing great. Today I am coming with the second episode of the series Bible Woman Character. Like I said in the previous episode, in that episode we had God's timing and selection. In continuation with that, today we are looking for how God selected Esther as a queen and what was the specialty God sees in Esther. The second lesson is she was favored one by God. Let's think about this from the Bible itself. The key word is Esther chapter 2 verse 15. And Esther found favor in the eyes of all who saw her. What do you mean by favor, or what is called favor? For that, let's read Esther chapter 2 verse 17. And she found favor and kindness with him more than all the virgins, so that he set the royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Here we can see two things, that are favor and kindness. If we check it in the Malayalam translation, then we can see the word grace mentioned in the place of favor. Let's check the same in the Old Testament. What we can see? Genesis chapter 39 verse 21. The Lord was with Joseph and extended kindness to him and gave him favor in the sight of the chief jailer. Let's check it in the Malayalam. Here also the word grace mentioned in the Malayalam version instead of favor in the English version. Let's check in the New Testament. Luke chapter 1 verse 28. Greetings, favored one, the Lord is with you. Here also the same, the word grace mentioned in the Malayalam instead of the word favor in English. Therefore, we can conclude that favor is equal to grace. Otherwise, we can say like grace is the synonym of favor. And the word grace means God's unmerited favor. Yes, of course. As we read throughout the book, we can see that Esther is blessed with the God's grace. That is what we read in the verses Esther chapter 2 verse 17, that the king loved her more than others and put the crown on her head. And afterwards her journey as a queen in the palace was also easy, only because of God's grace. What we learn from this lesson is 1 Corinthians chapter 15 verse 10. By the grace of God, I am what I am. So without the God's grace, we cannot live. So we can ask God daily like this: Lord, please give me your enough grace for today so that I can withstand against anything which I encounter into my life. The third lesson is she had an humble personality. For this, we can read the key word, that is Esther chapter 2 verse 17, second part, and the verse 20. He set the royal crown on her head and made her queen instead of Vashti. Esther had not yet made known her kindred or her people, even as Mordecai told her, as she had done when under his care. Esther is currently the queen of Persia, right? Her status is totally changed. She can take decision whatever she wants. She has the authority to command. She doesn't have to care about anything. This is the best time pride can take her control. But see Esther, she stays the same, as she knew very well about her past. Let's have a look what means the humble personality according to Esther. Firstly, he or she should be respectful or obedient person. Secondly, he or she should be empathetic or loving and caring person. Thirdly, he or she should be authentic or grateful person. Let's check it out from the Esther life. She was respectful and obedient person. Let's read Esther chapter 2 verse 10. Esther did not make known her people or her kindred, for Mordecai had instructed her that she should not make them known. Here we can see that Esther was obedient or gave respect to her cousin uncle. The second is she was empathetic or loving and caring person. Let's read Esther chapter 4 verse 4. So Esther, maidens, and her eunuchs came and told it her. Then was the queen exceedingly grieved, and she sent raiment to clothe Mordecai, and to take away his sackcloth from him, but he received it not. Here the scenario is when Mordecai heard about the plan of Haman to destroy Jewish, he tore his cloth and put on sackcloth and ashes. When Esther knew it, she exceedingly grieved. Why? Because she had that much love and care towards her stepfather. Thirdly, she was authentic or grateful person. Let's read Esther chapter 2 verse 22. In those days while Mordecai was sitting at the king's gate, Bigthan and Teresh, two of the king's officials from those who guarded the door, became angry and sought to lay hands on King Ahasuerus. But the plot became known to Mordecai, and he told Queen Esther, and Esther informed the king in Mordecai's name. What we can see here that Esther have not to mention Mordecai's name, right? But what she did, she was authentic and grateful to Mordecai, so that she never lost her chance to claim his name. What we can learn from this lesson is we don't take any pride in the blessings we have. Instead, we should thank God always for the things He has done for us. In Bible, we are reading like this: God is opposed to the proud and give grace to the humble. 1 Peter chapter 5 verse 5 and James chapter 4 verse 6. And in 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 verse 18 written as, give thanks in all the circumstances. I hope this thought motivates you in any ways. As for me, it was Wednesday. The next lesson will be in the next episode. Stay tuned, be safe. May God bless you.